Hi, today I want to talk to you about what we call future perfect. Let me give you an example first so that you know what I'm talking about. By next year, I'm writing a novel now, okay? And I'm telling you, by next year, I'll have finished writing my novel. By next year, I'm writing a novel. By next year, I will have finished writing my novel. Okay, so I'm talking about a circle that will be complete at a certain time. Remember, for this future perfect tense, you need to remember this circle. I advise you, I recommend this. Remember, there's a circle that will be complete, or it will be completed at a certain time. A circle. And it will be completed, or it will be complete. Okay? And usually at a certain time. So in order to use this future perfect, remember that you need a deadline. You need a certain time. Tell me when, okay? So by next year, okay, now I know. You might finish before next year, but it's okay. At least I have some, some guideline that you're going to finish at some time, okay? Okay, where's the future in this? Well, the future comes now when it comes to the structure, of course. But I recommend memorizing sentences rather than, thinking about grammar or memorizing grammar. I will have finished. For the reference for the future, we have will. Will refers to the future. Have plus verb 3 refers to the perfect. Okay? So remember, the structure is like this. You're going to use will no matter what the subject is. Will. And then to indicate the future, you're going to use have plus verb 3 to talk about the perfect, to refer to the perfect. Okay? That makes it a future perfect. Okay? So now the first reason why we use this, and this is what I want you mainly to know, is to talk about something that will be completed sometime in the future. And remember this circle that will be complete at some time. Now, you don't have to have a specific time. You can have an action that will be completed before another action. Look at this example. I will have written my report. It will be finished when? Before you get home. Before you get home. So I will finish my action before your action, before another action. That's another reason. So you don't have to have by 7:30, by a certain time. You can have an action before an action. You can refer to an action to happen before an action or something like that. I think you got it. So an action that will take place before another action. And you're talking about an action that will take place, that will happen before another action, just like here. Just like this one. And the last thing, when you talk about a future perfect, well, what's going to happen doesn't necessarily need to be completed or finished. It doesn't have to stop. Look at this example. Next month, my parents will have been married for 20 years. So, and I think they will still be married. I think this will continue, okay? So, it can be future perfect. It can be about a situation that will continue in the future. And this was one example. Next month, my parents will have been married for 20 years. Now, let's get to more examples. And how about making questions and how to get the negative form of this future perfect? So let us suppose that we have she or they, or it doesn't have to be I all the time. I mean the subject. So, okay, she will have returned, okay? She will have returned by 7 p.m. Okay, she will have returned by 7 p.m. To make a question, all you need to do is to do some inversion. You take will and you start with it. So you get something like this. Will she have returned? Will she have returned by 7 p.m.? Okay, that's the question. Will she? You take the first helping verb and you do some inversion. How about the negative form? That's easy. She will, after the first helping verb, you add not. She will not have returned by 7 p.m. Okay, so this is how we get the negative form. Lastly, let me tell you, of course, when you speak, for academic writing, I usually tell the students, especially for the IELTS, for example, you shouldn't use abbreviations. You shouldn't say something like isn't, but you should use is not, for example. And here, when you speak, you can say she won't. When you write for academic writing, you should write she will not. Okay, so this can be abbreviated for spoken English into won't, like this. She won't have returned by 7 p.m. So I hope these things are clear for you. But remember, the main reason we use this future perfect is to talk about something that will be complete or will be completed at a certain time in the future. And remember this circle. This circle will be complete at a certain time. Okay? And thanks for watching.